Here we are at the Cosmographia opening screen, and every time you start the app, you start in the same place. That helps a lot to keep you oriented. I've recorded this video in Cosmographia. There's a feature to record a movie, and I've recorded it at actually the lowest resolution setting, and so things are kind of blurry, and I have to apologize for that. My computer's at this point is rather limited. It's a 2008 computer. You're almost certain to have something more powerful than this if you're playing along at home. Just the thing to look at here is that we're looking at the sun. We're looking at all of the planets as they go around the sun, at least those that fit in this screen. I can see all the way the sun. Mercury's kind of lost in the glare there. We have Venus and the Earth, Mars. Jupiter here's at the very bottom of the screen. And Saturn's over there sort of towards the top right. And then the other planets are just way out in the distance. It's just too far away to see them. We also see some dwarf planets and major asteroids here in the intermediate space between Mars and Jupiter, as well as what appear to be two spacecraft in between. But as it turns out, Voyager 2 is actually very, 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 very far away. We just happen to be able to see it in this angle. And Dawn is a spacecraft over there that's currently in the process of leaving Vesta on its way to Ceres as a robotic exploration. We're going to, I have to apologize again for there's some flickering here it's just a bug in my computer. You can see some of these stars are actually twinkling there, but I think that you'll be able to get the idea. Here's the Earth as we zoom up. We have the International Space Station over what seems to be over North Africa at the moment. And there's me. I'm waving at you. Hi, everyone. Now let's take a look at the sun. What we did is this is a standard view of the solar system. We're looking straight down on the solar system from what we call north. Well, of course, we on planet Earth call it north because that's just the convention. We've decided that north is up. Let's activate and visualize DA14. And let's go back to the Earth. We see we're coming down from the north. Let's zoom out a little bit. There's our star of the show, DA14, is indicated. And also we have the moon. Let's go there. Make sure we understand what the moon is. That's a good place to keep you from getting lost. Okay, so now our heads are pointed up north, and we're looking from the backside of the moon towards planet Earth, zooming out here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look down again. As we recall that south is down. And it turns out that DA14 is going to be coming at us from directly south. So there we are. We're lined up. We are on or very close to our asteroid. We're looking at the Earth. We can see the moon. Nothing much is happening. Well, it turns out that in our simulation, we can speed things up. We have control over the time as represented in the simulation. If we speed things up by double, nothing much. Speed things up by 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. Now we see that our asteroid is kind of rotating. Well, that's to be expected. Most things in outer space do. So actually this shape is just kind of a placeholder shape. We're making things up here because we'll learn a lot more about the shape of this asteroid as it passes by in the next day or so. At this rate of the simulation, we're at 4,000 times real time. That's a nice number to think of because that's about every second that we experience is an hour of time in the simulation. Now, things get pretty crazy as we get closer, so we're going to slow it down. Here we are, getting very close to the Earth. We can see the space station and Hubble going around and around, chasing one another. We track the Earth. Let's slow it down even more. We're now at about 500 times real speed. In the closest approach, we're going to orient ourselves so our heads are north. We can see we're tracking the Earth. There's India. We're looking straight down over the Middle East and the Indian Ocean. And that's our flyby, everyone. Very exciting. Very exciting to think about an object which is from the deepest reaches of our solar system, perhaps. We have these kind of visitors that fly by us all the time. Thank you very much for taking a look at this view into outer space, and I hope that I've helped you understand, what's going to be going on. Why is it a big deal? Why is it happening? Be sure to look on the web for Cosmographia. It's a wonderful application, and see what you can come up with. Thanks a lot.